It is said that the stars remember, even if the living do not. Across the vast expanse of the galaxy, there is a warning whispered in hushed tones: never mess with Deathworlders. This is not a superstition or an idle phrase, but a truth etched into the annals of countless civilizations who have dared to test their resolve. Death worlds, planets where nature itself is a relentless adversary. These are the places defined by volatile climates, hostile predators, and ecosystems that seem engineered to extinguish life rather than nurture it. For most intelligent species, survival on such worlds is a statistical impossibility, let alone the formation of a thriving civilization. Yet there are exceptions. Among these rare anomalies is Earth, a blue-green crucible of chaos that forged the species known as humans. To the Galactic Federation, Earth was an outlier. Initial surveys deemed it uninhabitable, with its wild temperature swings, persistent tectonic activity, and dangerous fauna. When humanity eventually entered the galactic stage, it was met with both awe and trepidation. How could such fragile, flesh-and-blood beings survive where so many others would perish? The answer lay not in their biology, but in their relentless adaptability. Unlike other species who sought to bend their environments to their will, humans thrived by adapting to the chaos. They were resourceful, unyielding, and, to the dismay of many, impossibly stubborn. Tales of their tenacity spread quickly. Stories of humans outlasting storms, outwitting predators, and even taming worlds others had abandoned as inhospitable. Despite this, not everyone took the warnings seriously. To most, humans were fascinating anomalies, worthy of study, but hardly a threat. They lacked the advanced technology of the galactic superpowers and had no empire to speak of. This misconception, however, would prove to be a fatal error for those who underestimated the lessons etched into every Deathworlder's bones. In the galaxy, strength was often measured by technological prowess, fleet sizes, and economic dominance. But humanity introduced a new, unsettling variable: the unquantifiable spirit to endure, to fight back, and to innovate under pressure. This made them unpredictable, and unpredictability is the greatest fear of any species accustomed to controlling the odds. The galaxy learned this lesson the hard way. Time and again, when alien forces sought to exploit humanity's perceived weaknesses, they were met with resistance far beyond what they expected. These weren't stories of overwhelming force or technological superiority. They were tales of cunning, resilience, and an indomitable will to survive. Still, some civilizations dismiss these accounts as exaggerations or folklore. After all, how could a species so biologically frail truly pose a threat to the vast, ancient powers of the galaxy? It was arrogance pure and simple. And it was this arrogance that set the stage for one of the most infamous conflicts in galactic history, a conflict that would forever cement humanity's place as the galaxy's most dangerous anomaly. So, the tale begins with a simple truth. In a galaxy of order and predictability, Deathworlders stand apart. They are the ones who thrive in the chaos others fear. And to challenge them is to learn, often too late, that some warnings should never be ignored. The Krox had believed their victory was inevitable. Their advanced weaponry, precision tactics, and sheer numbers were supposed to crush any resistance. But humans had a way of taking inevitabilities and twisting them into opportunities. What the Krox didn't account for was how a Deathworlder thinks under pressure. When their colony came under attack, the humans didn't panic. Instead, they observed. Every Krox strategy, every technological advantage, was studied and dissected. The humans didn't need to match the Krox in power. They needed only to find the gaps. And once they did, they struck with the precision of predators who had spent millennia learning how to survive against far greater threats. The first sign of trouble for the Krox came when their forward bases started going dark. Patrols sent to investigate found nothing but the eerie remains of destroyed equipment and hastily abandoned posts. Human traps, ingenious, brutal, and unpredictable, were everywhere. The ground became a minefield of hidden dangers, from pits filled with jagged spikes to explosives cobbled together from mining tools. Every step the Krox took forward came at an increasingly steep cost. But it wasn't just the traps. The humans weaponized the very environment, using it as an extension of their defense. Storms that the Krox had ignored became tools for ambushes, as human strike teams used the cover of chaos to dismantle Krox machinery. Predatory creatures native to the planet began appearing in alarming numbers near Krox encampments, drawn by deliberate lures the humans had set. Even the terrain itself became a weapon, as humans manipulated rock slides and floods to cut off Krox supply lines. The psychological toll was immense. Krox soldiers, who had been raised on the certainty of their technological superiority, began to crack. They were no longer fighting an enemy. They were fighting the planet itself, with the humans as its orchestrators. Fear took root, and fear is a poison that spreads quickly. For the humans, fear was their ally. They capitalized on the Krox's growing paranoia, striking when their enemy was at its most vulnerable. They used guerrilla tactics to perfection, hitting supply lines, sabotaging key equipment, and vanishing before the Krox could retaliate. Even when the Krox managed to engage them directly, the humans fought with a ferocity that was both terrifying and awe-inspiring. Every soldier, every colonist, seemed to embody the unyielding spirit of their Deathworld heritage. One Krox commander, a seasoned veteran of countless campaigns, began to understand the truth too late. The humans weren't just fighting to defend their colony, they were fighting to make a statement. They were teaching the Krox a lesson in the only language a Deathworlder truly understands: survival at any cost. By the time the Krox attempted to regroup and rethink their strategy, the balance had already shifted. The humans had turned their own weaknesses into strengths, their lack of resources into innovation, and their dire circumstances into an unbreakable resolve. The Krox's superior technology had become irrelevant in the face of such relentless ingenuity. What had started as an invasion was now a desperate struggle for the Krox to simply escape with their lives. The humans, however, weren't finished. They had no intention of letting their enemies leave unscathed. For a Deathworlder, survival isn't just about enduring, it's about ensuring that no one dares challenge them again. The Krox had underestimated them, and now they would pay the ultimate price for their arrogance.